Hello, everyone. Once again, Pairfect, the lifestyle online show, comes your way from the Daily Tribune studios in Makati City. I am Jojo Silvestre, your host, welcoming you to this week's episode. Joining us on a special seat is our fabulous lifestyle columnist, Daily Tribune lifestyle columnist Luis Espiritu, who finally agreed to go front on the cam for once and talk about a subject that's very close to his heart. Also with us are two big names in design, one for fashion and the other for the visual arts. Let's welcome Mike Claparols, entrepreneur and chairperson of Negros Trade Fair. Yes, I saw him there. Which we will ask about, to whom we will ask about uh, so many things. Of course, he is the co-founder of Lakat Sustainables. That's pronounced Lakat, which I think in Ilonggo means
To walk.
to walk. Yes. The local sustainable shoe that is art you can wear. Here with us too is the artist, Liliana Manahan, whose mom is a dear friend of mine from way back, from our childhood. A most prolific designer who has recently collaborated with Lakat Sustainables for some soul action. Soul, S-O-L-E. Welcome everyone. Hello. How is everybody? Okay. Tell us about Lakat. Who started Lakat?
Thank you, Jojo, and
Okay.
this one I'd like to thank Daily Tribune for inviting me for this
Yeah.
talk. Anyway, well, Lakat started off way back November 2021. That's the time we launched it.
Oh, just recently.
Very recent. Actually, you can say that it was a product of the pandemic. So all our
Wow, huh?
creative juices went to that project.
Oh,
And I must say that it's doing pretty well in the market.
Yes.
It's been accepted. But how it all started, it goes way back 2017.
really?
Yes.
How? How? Why?
Well, three things happened during that time. That was the first, 2017 was the time when we started collaborating with a weaving community in Negros, which until now we're supporting. They're the ones who make the fabric of Lakat now. Then another milestone event that happened that year was when we traveled abroad and we got
Okay.
exposed to the idea and the concept and the potential of sustainable fashion and well specifically sustainable footwear.
Yeah.
And the third also was the time that we collaborated. Our initial talks was we did with the Philippine Textile Research Institute, which basically gave us the technology to convert those natural fibers into fabrics. So basically, those three events actually laid the foundation of Lakat.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but these are not mass produced, no? I mean, like you don't have a factory or
Well, right now we don't have a factory, but we, in a way,
workshop.
subcontract. Maybe the only part where we produce are the yarns. I have my own workers who convert the natural fibers, specifically pineapple fibers, into
Okay.
yarns, and then we convert them into fabrics. But like the weaving communities, that's one aspect of our supply chain.
Okay.
Then, of course, the ones that assemble the sneakers are from San Mateo Rizal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
You mean it's done here?
it's done here. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
talaga.
I can,
Everybody gets,
Yeah.
A piece of
a
the pie.
share of
yeah, so 100%, I can say it's really 100% Filipino made. And of course, in terms of the marketing and advice, I get a lot also from Luis. So it was a big jump. So 2021 started it all, but with the help also of Luis, basically, well, we did this giant step of getting into a collab with the artist, and that's why we're here now.
Okay, how about Liliana? When does Liliana come into the scene and where and what's Liliana's role here?
Luis called me.
Simple as that.
And I
How did you
answered.
find out about this?
About the
piña?
sneakers?
Yes. Who asked you to?
I saw Lakat online. Also, the Luis was
Ah, yeah.
talking about it online, like during the
Okay.
lockdown. So it looked really interesting because I'm always into finding out what
Yes.
the local craftsmen are doing and how
Yes.
they're applying all the crafts that we have.
Okay.
And So Lakat was one of the sneakers that I
Okay.
bought online.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so when
You were
Luis,
impressed, of course.
yeah, it's because like I found out all of it was made out of every part of the pineapple,
Oh,
and everything's
wow,
made
huh?
here. So I really that one I was really drawn to. So when they
Oh.
called me about this project, I said yes immediately.
You're really into sustainable? Is this the first time you're...
More sustainable is a part of it, but then my heart's really to push the craftsmen here in the Philippines because
okay.
we're super talented. But
Yes,
then
yes.
I always wanna like expose the work, so I think they're doing a
Okay.
good job.
Is this the first time you're doing shoes?
Yes,
Oh,
sneakers.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It must be challenging.
It's fun. I mean, I like sneakers, so
Wala naman
so
pala.
that's why like something with the local craftsmen and
Yeah.
sneakers. I just said
It's
yes.
so impressive. And it's so Filipino. No?
Yes. Well,
Oh.
actually, all of the three artists are
Okay.
sneaker people.
Who are the other two?
Dex Fernandez.
Okay.
His brand is Garapata,
Okay.
and the other one is Ras Trinidad. His brand is Dr. Carayo. He's the one who recently won in the Ateneo Art Awards.
Okay.
Garapata recently had a collaboration with H&M.
Okay. Okay. Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you always been into these things, or is this something new to you? The idea of sustainable and all that.
Well, actually,
What were you doing?
prior to that, I was just basically my wife and I set up a company to sell Negros-made crafts here in Metro Manila. So corporate giveaways, all the that sort of thing. But 2017, as I said, was the major jump because we decided to start collaborating with the wing communities because we wanted to create more impact in the countryside. So that's been our advocacy ever since. And right now, our communities are growing from the weavers to the farmers and even to the artisans at this point. Yeah.
Okay. Liliana, what designs have you come up with?
So I'm like a multidisciplinary artist. That's like a new term I learned for what I do.
Okay.
I like working with different mediums, but mostly metal.
Metal, huh?
So
This is different.
yeah, but
Okay.
I work with my process involves a lot of paper sculpting also, which
Wow,
I
wow.
translate to
That's
metal.
not Japanese, no? It's not.
No, it's just me because in college we were
Okay.
taught to think in 3D. So I hardly drew sketches. But then
3D, huh?
most of the time I would just go ahead and build whatever I wanted to design through model making. So that's a huge part of how I work and how my process goes. So I can apply it to and I see that I can apply it to any material actually. So that's what I tried doing for the sneakers that our assignment. Yeah.
Luis, is this just one of your many, just a facet of your, many splendored career?
Well, it's actually a direction that I have taken ever since I pivoted my career and focusing more on really helping artisanal communities, creating sustainable livelihood for provincial brands and trying to
Wow.
help them reach a bigger audience and
Okay.
a bigger market. But Mike approached me 3 years ago, and
talaga?
he mentioned to me this project if we were interested, and because of my life direction on purposeful living, it was an easy, it was an easy, it was an easy yes.
Okay.
And because there were a lot of artisans involved,
Okay.
it inspires me to even think of ways and means through this brand to reach out to more. in terms of design, in terms of fashion. That's why 3 years ago, Mike and I were talking about this already. We were saying, what are we gonna do? So they initially came out with a high cut.
Oh, really?
That was
Yeah.
the first. It was
Wow.
a high cut. And then we decided to create a classic, like the classic white sneaker.
Yes, yes.
And then we decided to come out with a slip-on.
Can you show them?
You're wearing
Now
it,
this
diba?
one,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's colored black.
Yeah, so that's hand woven.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's hand
the
woven.
fabric.
you know, you two have the same shoes. Liliana and I have the
I
same.
know. Yeah.
That will change soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, and then we were thinking of coming out with an artist series because we really believed also in elevating
Yes.
an everyday wear into something that is
Yeah,
probably more impactful, more relevant, and
yeah.
could maybe mean something more than what it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine people would start wearing it na naka-suit and all that, you know?
You can.
You can.
Tama. Mike, how is it like collaborating with... You've always worked with artisans, with craftsmen, no?
Yes, that's
But how
correct.
is it like with Liliana? Is it easy
Well-
working with her? Or prima donna ba si Liliana? Or...
No. On the contrary, the three artists that we worked with
Yeah.
in this Lacarte project, they were very humble to begin with, and then
okay.
and it was actually, it, in a way, breathed new life to
Okay.
Lacarte because we already had our traditional designs. Now the whole idea of this collab was also to experiment
Okay.
and to come up with something new or something
Okay.
with new ideas. But I think the root or the vision really, if you wanna look at this, how we melded Lacap with the artist world, we merged them together, and that was quite interesting. So whatever their artistic
Yeah.
ideas. In our case, it had to be translated to the production of Lacarte. So there were some challenges, I must say, but it was fun, and I think that's very important in any endeavor, in any venture, that you have to enjoy it, you have to have fun. Of course, you have to have the discipline of maintaining the cost structure and everything. But so it's a balance of everything. Same with sustainability. It's not just using sustainable material, the idea of recycling, upcycling. It's more than that. It's more even your production process, and it has to be balanced with social and also the economics. I mean, you have to earn. Let's face it,
Yeah, that's
any business has to earn a bit of profit,
Yeah.
or else you cannot grow. So it's a balance of so many elements. But with the artists, I must say what made it easy was that we allowed them to basically think of whatever ideas, and it was just more on how to translate it into the sneaker, and that was fun. Actually, we did enjoy it.
So, what did you have in mind, Liliana? What was the challenge? How did you conceive? Paano mo conceptualize yung
So I'm laughing because I thought of my first idea, and it's like this
Okay.
big sculptural thing that came
Okay.
out of the shoe. But then, and I used the same process. I sculpted paper to mock up
Oo.
the whole shoe or the parts of the shoe that I wanted to play around with. But they also took us Dex, Ras and and Banji and Mike. We all went to the factory to see
Oh, you did?
the whole production process. So that super helped narrow down my choices in designing shoes for Dex. And,
So, what are you? How many shoes are you?
I
representing?
made two designs.
Okay.
Sorry, two colorways, one design. So there's
What
a
the
blue.
design?
I used likes to push in a nice way. He's very encouraging that way. So he really pushed me to feature this bird that I was
Oh,
drawing
bird.
during
Okay.
lockdown, like a cartoon
Okay.
bird. So I included him in the shoe. So
Okay.
he's there, and then there's a removable tongue
Oh,
so you can wear the shoe like two ways. And
Okay.
I added charms also, so you can decorate. So my whole idea is I like people adding on to whatever I make. So um, it's kind of canvas, but I started them off with something.
Okay. What's the art fair, Luis? It's
Art,
called what?
art fair is art fair is happening starting tomorrow.
It's called art fair.
Yes, art fair
Okay,
Philippines.
okay, okay.
It starts tomorrow
Yeah.
and runs until Sunday.
Who's on top of it? Who are the organizers?
Tricky Lopa,
that
Lisa
group.
Pericat, and
Oh, oh.
Dindin Araneta.
That group.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oo.
Which has been for like how long? Matagal na ito, di ba?
Yeah, I think we've been there for quite a while. I think mga
Oo.
more than 5 years.
For sure.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than 5 years.
So you'll have a booth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what's being shown there?
Well, all the collection.
How many?
Well, we have basic display there for each of the individual designs now, but we have already some initial stocks.
May mga
Ah,
of
so
of the design.
Yes, yes. So we
Wow.
can sell it then. The others, if ever for the sizing, they can order there, and we'll be delivering that. Yeah.
Pero may basic na like 6 and 5 and a
Yes,
half and
yes.
7.
That's correct.
Ganun.
Yeah.
So how much would they cost?
The low cuts right now we're pricing it at 13,940. Then the high
okay.
cut is 14,930.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes it not that not that cheap, not that reasonable? Or is it reasonable considering that it's an artwork?
Exactly.
Yes.
So hindi naman yan ko no?
Yeah. Luis, you may wanna talk
Okay.
about that.
Well, here comes. That's why we created this collaboration in the first place, because fashion has always been downplayed by art, or has never been considered an art form.
Oh.
It has always been like put under the rug. Because I guess for 1,001 reasons, but we're trying to make a statement here that art is fun, it's functional. Fashion and art combined is fun, functional, and it's practical. You can wear it every day, and it's a way of expressing your individuality, your sense of style. And I personally feel that fashion and art are intrinsically intertwined, that it's really hard to separate. What I'm also trying to say is that the concept of fashion as art is always museum based. They're always in museum. They're untouchable. They're preserved.
Andun lang.
Yeah, I mean, but that concept, I feel, already has to move with the times. That's just me.
Yeah. And I think you're targeting young people, no? Or any age.
Actually, any age.
Kasi nga, di ba? I'm sure all these matronas would love to have their pair.
And also for those who want to collect,
Okay,
because this is we're just producing very limited numbers.
Okay.
So it's specific for this particular event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does one have to be as hip as Tats Manahan or
You can wear a pair. You're pretty cool.
Okay. At what have you always been into crafts and all that, promoting Negros products, or were you engaged in something else? Were you a sugar farmer?
Well, going
My-
back to
yeah,
my
a little
family was
background,
yeah. Not anymore. My since I graduated college, I decided just to be
really?
on my own. Yeah. Well, I worked with some companies, just to gain more experience, but it was always been in my mind to be an entrepreneur. You know,
When did you start your business with your wife?
2008.
Oh, 2000.
Yeah.
What were your initial products?
The initial items were, since I'm part of the Association of Negros Producers, I would carry some of their items, some basketry and even lamps at one point. So anything that's produced in Negros, that was our advocacy. And so right now I mentioned that we're working closely now with the communities. So we're more in the grassroots level. Want to develop not only their skills but their livelihood.
Oh, maganda naman, no?
Yeah.
So it's not just about making money,
No.
but it's sharing the whole thing and contributing to community
Yeah.
development. We'll hear about Liliana's other things, other interests and whatever keeps her busy after this commercial break.
This break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, hashtag bigger, better, younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Yo, atin ang mundo. Meralco, maliwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart, live more today. Union Bank, it starts with you. A wellness show dedicated to empowering viewers with the knowledge and inspiration needed to lead a healthy lifestyle. Be Well Now, hosted by Miss Cory Quirino, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Alamin ang pinakamaiinit na balita at mahalagang issue na bumabalot ngayon sa ating bansa. Ating pag-usapan, blow by blow, dito lang sa Hot Patatas, kasama sila Chicky Mangkukang, Vernon Velasco at Gio Leaño. Tuwing Lunes, Miyerkules at Biyernes, alas 3 ng hapon, dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Conversations that are masterclasses from the top honchos of various industries. Learn from their strategies and insights so you yourself can unlock your full potential. Pairfect, every Friday at 2 p.m. only here in Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Creative minds, entertainment icons, style influencers. We shine the spotlight on remarkable individuals who shape our cultural landscape. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. only here in Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Parayan at talakayang showbiz, times 2, doble-doble! Kasama ang dalawa sa walang kupas na talakayan ng showbiz, Alwin Ignacio at Alex Brosas. DTT Show, tuwing Sabado at Linggo, alas 4 ng hapon, dito lang sa Diaryo Tirada ng Daily Tribune.
Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Hi, we're back. I was about to ask Liliana, and I'm asking her now, how she became an artist. Was she always interested in becoming one? At what point in her life did she choose to become an artist?
I think it just happened because I come from a creative background. Everyone in my family is pretty creative.
Yes.
I thought I wanted to be a plastic surgeon, but then,
Wow.
or I don't know,
That's
like,
creative also.
yeah, but I realized I just like drawing the organs and stuff like that
Oh,
in
wow.
bio class. So I think what really made me decide, like, no, I really want to get into the arts was when I was choosing my courses for college, and I said, oh, I don't think I'll be able to survive without drawing. Like, I'll probably go nuts. Like, I love drawing, so there it was a no-brainer. I just wanted to be a doctor just for a little bit. But just a little bit.
It's good you didn't take
Yeah.
up zoology. You draw a lot of frogs.
Yeah, I just like drawing the anatomy and all of that. So, yeah.
And then, how long have you been engaged in the arts?
Professionally since 2012.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my first show was in 2012. So since then, I've just been making things and functional, mostly art objects and functional objects that can stand alone as art. So I'm kind of in that direction where art and design for me, maybe Louis art and fashion has no lines for me. Art and design kind of like merged together. So that's where I'm at.
You had your parents support and permission and okay.
Yeah, I think they would have been surprised if I became something else, like an engineer or something.
Or a
What?
lawyer.
Yeah. I think they would have been more shocked.
Si Luis is a versatile guy. I think he started on television. What was your first job?
Oh my gosh. So my first job was with a friend of yours.
Bing Carrion.
Carrion de Cebrero, and I was directing her television show. I started
You were
as,
directing?
Yeah.
At
I
what
was-
age?
I was in college.
Wow.
So I started
Kada.
yes,
Kada,
yes.
yes.
So I was directing a television
What
show.
did you take up?
Com arts, communication arts in
Sa
LaSalle.
LaSalle.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So and most of everyone in the team were all from LaSalle. Most of us studied the same course. So basically, it was practice. It was practice, but then my heart really went to fashion talaga.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
you've always
always.
been a fashionista. I'm sorry. You've always been interested in fashion.
Yes, always because I like it.
Okay.
I really like it.
Just look at Luis with his pink pair of pants. Yeah, it takes a certain style, and I think it goes with you. Mike, are you more of the conservative señorito of Negros, or are you an activist? Because activists are also from Negros. There are also a lot of activists. How would you describe yourself as a person, as a member of the community, and all that?
I think it's more on, well, my life. If I have to describe it, it went through phases,
Okay.
and I saw what happened also in Negros, our experience
Yeah.
way back. And yeah, you can say in a way I became an activist, but using the route of doing more countryside development, spreading the wealth. Because if you ask me, that's the only way to create peace in the countryside. We have these issues in the insurgency and everything, but actually, the bottom line there is that people need the money so that they can live happily, and that's the reason why my long-term plan with my venture right now, besides, this is just the first phase. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
But I really do plan to transfer many of the production, because right now it comes from different locations, from the sourcing of the raw materials, is to set up really a facility in Negros to produce the major components of, let's say, lakat and
Maganda, huh?
so
You'll be giving a lot of employment.
so you're not only creating jobs there, but you're also creating something sustainable.
Yes.
And
yes,
one
yes.
thing I keep telling people is that the Philippines, what we're gifted with so much, natural fibers.
Where do you get your fibers, your piña?
Okay, the pineapple, I just have to be clear to the audience that we use the leaves of the pineapple.
The dahon.
But it's not the Spanish pineapple that they use for barong, but this is the regular Hawaiian, what you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So yung sa
the
dulo,
Interesting.
leaves,
no?
the
Eat it
leaves
and then-
actually, the
yung
one
nakaganon.
underneath, not the crown.
Okay.
So that's normally thrown after the harvest, and we actually use a solar-powered decorticating machine to
Okay.
extract the fibers.
Oh, wow.
So there's also technology,
Ang galing,
a
ha?
lot of innovation that's
Oo.
happening what we're doing.
Oo.
So it's not only the artistic world, but also in the science and technology.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Then the design world, Luis is helping us out. So it's really a merging of a lot of
So
things.
it's by a machine, hindi yan hinihimay isa-isa ganon.
Yes, that's correct.
Kun na pala, mechanized. Ano?
It's a bit mechanized, but to create the yarns for the
Yeah.
weaving, that's a different step. Totally
Ah,
different.
iba pa yun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the next step. Yeah.
Okay,
Kasi
okay.
hinahand.
Oo.
So hand-woven.
But this came from what? From is that a kamay or
This one in particular is handwoven. Yeah.
hand-woven?
Yeah.
So that's one of your products.
Which one? The one she's wearing?
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Oh.
This one
That's-
is made out of pineapple fibers and linen.
Also.
We're mixing also fibers.
Okay.
So it's not
Wow.
only pineapple fibers that we're working on right now, but other fibers in the future. Banana fibers, in fact, we can also make use.
It's also a product of Lakat. Hindi, iba yan.
We have a different brand for the wearables. We call it
ganun.
Aire. At the moment,
Aire.
it's just the menswear collection, and Luis also has a part of that. But
This is not menswear, is it?
it's a women's wear. This one,
Oo.
it's basically designed by.
Yeah, but I can wear it.
Yes, you can.
Ang
Yeah.
ganda eh.
Yeah.
Kasi parang wala naman siyang gender.
Exactly.
Oo.
It crosses a lot of boundaries. Really.
Yeah,
This
that's
is the
right.
beauty of the fashion
Pati
world.
kwan.
Yeah.
Pati daytime, pwedeng formal, ha? Pwede. You can marry in that outfit. Oh. Or be a debutant. Just add some sequins. Ano?
Oh, Mary.
Okay. Liliana, are you engaged in community work? How do you try to contribute to the betterment of your fellow men?
I work in a really small scale, meaning it's just me. So,
Okay.
But I always like connecting with, since my background's industrial design, my approach is a little different. So
Oh.
I like going through, doing material studies and stuff like that. So that involves me working with craftsmen also, because that's still my thrust in the end. Even if I make art that's in a gallery or wearable things, like I think the backbone of my work, I love crafts and I also like making things. So it's, for me, it's a cross between me making things and working with craftsmen. So I do work with casters and people who work with metal a lot. So
Talaga?
it's not in a large scale like
Yeah.
lakat, but for me, like, I make it a point to work with community or
Mga kwanto,
small
ano?
group.
Mga skilled workers.
Yeah,
so to
because
speak.
they're for me, they're the hidden ones there that
Yeah,
no
that's
one
right.
really
Oo,
sees.
yan ang sikreto, ha?
Yeah,
Yan ang,
they're so good
sila
at
ang ginto. No?
yeah,
Ang
they're so
secret-
good at making things, but
Yeah.
sometimes I send someone's like, oh, let's make this, and it's like, oh, it's kind of off from what they make, but then they enjoy experimenting as well, because we kind of sharpen each other's creativity
naman.
and craftsmanship that way. So
Before you went to UP, where did you go?
I did 1 year in London, my
You
foundation
studied in
studies.
London?
Yeah, but
Not here.
just 1 year, foundation in art and design there.
Oy, really? Where?
Yes, in Central St. Martin's.
Oh,
yeah.
that famous school,
Yeah,
ano?
but I decided to come home.
What did
But
you
I did the
learn?
same thing anyway.
But what did you learn there?
Product
I mean-
design also.
Okay.
But there they really taught me how to conceptualize and also approach things in a different way.
So it was a useful
Super
year.
useful. Yeah.
Ah,
Super
okay.
intense. Super useful.
Okay. Where did you go for your elementary and high school?
I was in Brent, the
Ah, sa
international
Brent.
school. So even being around different kinds of people, I think how I'm able to see things is different also, because
Oh.
everything for me is a mix, because I was just mixed with everybody.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you understand what I'm trying to ask, because do you have an easy time dealing with the craftsmen and wala ka namang
no
problema
naman.
dyan? Oo.
No, because we're just like learning. I always approach it like I'm learning from them. I'm not telling you what to do, like,
Okay.
because they know way more than I do, and it's something that if I learn about their craft, then I'll know how to design properly.
Oh, tama naman.
Beautiful.
You, Luis, what do you do for others? I know you're a Sontian. So tell me about your community service work.
Well, I try to help create jobs for artisans in the province.
Oo.
I work with people in Leyte, in Samar, shoemakers in Liliu, Laguna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and of course with Sina Mike, because nga of the the weavers in Kabangkalan in Negros. So really to teach them or guide them in terms of design, to update what they know, to try to share information, which I feel the government should be doing. But and create programs that they may consistently earn more.
Oh, tama naman. Of course, of course. Oh, it's your way of sharing your talent. And,
Yes, yes.
Kasi, and your connections also. Pinapasa mo rin naman. Oh. You just don't keep everything for yourself.
Yeah, well, because I believe that as Mike said earlier, that our country is rich with fibers. But you know, in the same breath, I mean, those fibers, nothing will happen to them
Kung
if they're
walang-
walang artists, walang
tama,
artisans, di ba?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mike, we're almost winding up. What can you say about the state of Philippine arts and crafts? Ano ang masasabi mo ngayon? Are we in the right direction? Ano ba mga pagkulang pa natin?
Okay. In the context of revival, definitely I can say there was a renaissance the past 10, 12 years.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was already in the context again on the weaving side, because I'm involved mostly on the weaving and fabrics. So it's experiencing a revival, which is good, but we still need to work a lot on the gaps. When I say gaps, like production, raw material supply of the fibers, it still needs to be. Well, I must say it's already there, but it needs to be strengthened. And government has a lot to do to make that happen. No? But for me, what's important also are the entrepreneurs and the private sector especially, because we're the ones who do the bold step. We're the ones who create the demand. We also create the supply. So the only thing I can say is that, well, I'm encouraging more people who's brave enough to undertake such an endeavor to do it. And if you strongly believe in that vision, pursue it and just be persistent. And somehow along the way, there are a lot of people who will help you out. And don't forget to ask the help of everyone, because what we did here, Lakat, what we're doing, the collaboration with it's a collaboration, it's a convergence of a lot of minds.
But were there people from the private sector, I mean, aside from your partners in the community, were there corporations or big business that helped you, or you're on your own?
Not so much on the big business, but maybe more a lot of government agencies helped us.
Meron naman,
yeah.
ha? Like what? Can you
Department of
mention?
Science and Technology, Philippine Textile Research Institute, DTI. The initial sketches actually of Lakat, the high cut, what Luis was mentioned, was in a way we were assisted by SciTem. Okay.
So,
yeah.
the government is doing its part for the creative industry.
Yes, although
for the people in the rural areas.
It's getting better. They're getting better, I must say. There's still a lot of things to work on, but I think they're doing it properly naman. And I just hope consistency and continuity, because you know naman the history. Different administrations sometimes stops the evolution of, let's say, a particular project. So I hope there's that continuity that will happen.
But this administration, with the First Lady, she's been helping a lot of craftsmen.
Yes.
Especially those from the provinces.
Yeah.
Hi, First Lady. Hello po.
I must say she's doing a good job on that part.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just make also a shout out? Well, without my wife, she's the one. She's the one. She's in charge of the production.
Tell us about what's her name?
Banj.
Yeah.
Critical component.
I met her.
Critical component actually of this project is Banj, because she's the one who handles the production.
Not just marketing.
She's an engineer.
She is.
So I'm doing most of the talk.
And she can be gregarious. Like
Yes,
I met her at the fair.
So without her, things would have gone through. And it's her birthday also tomorrow, so
Oh,
that's why.
happy birthday.
So-
Happy birthday, Banj!
Banj,
Banj.
Banj.
Bansh, yes.
Okay. Liliana,
Yes.
tell us about the young artist sector. How is it like? I mean, are you happy with how young people young artists have been doing their part, and do you have enough support from your elders, from companies, from the government?
Um,
You've made her think.
Good question. I think it's hopeful for the younger ones, like the artists, and at least now, people are more open to other materials aside
Yes.
from like oil and canvas, or people are considering, objects.
Yes.
There's art and designs like huge. It's a wide range, so it's nice to see that people are more open to those sorts of things now, and they're getting adventurous with where they want to take things. So I agree with Mike that it just needs continuity and strengthening also, and encouragement for people in school. Like I got that from wiser older people, so it's like whatever I can give back to the ones still in school, then I'll do so, because again, we have so much talent, but it has to be like pushed a little more, and just continue going on the adventurous side.
Do you think the government should be doing a lot more for you young
Definitely.
people, young
Yeah.
artists?
Yeah, that, because knowing that your government is backing you, kind of pushes you a little more also to be confident in whatever you want to do, because there's that
Yeah.
kind of backing. So, yeah.
Okay, Luis, tell us about the art fair and what can one see there, especially in your booth.
So, we have a booth in the art fair, which is at the link in
Fourth level here.
Ayala
Where is this?
Center, at the 4th level.
Where is this?
Beside, the link is actually beside Shangri-La Makati
And,
okay.
and landmark.
and
also.
across Landmark. So you can actually pass through Landmark going to that's what
Fourth
they're,
level,
like you can pass through Landmark going to the art fair. Para you don't have to pass through the escalator.
Okay.
The elevator
It's a parking
downstairs.
lot.
Yeah.
And the fourth level where we are, it's actually a free zone. No need of entrance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll
Okay.
see the collaboration series with the 3 artists, with the Liliana,
Okay.
Ganapata, and Dr. Carayo.
Okay. So, okay.
Miss you
okay.
guys. Where are you?
Okay. So that has been a wonderful afternoon. Now, any last words from each of you? Would you like to invite them to your exhibits, other exhibits, and all that? But first, to invite them to the art fair. But let's start with Luis again, and then we go that way. Okay.
Well, I think I skipped something important.
Okay.
And I wanted to say that, fashion is like the air that you breathe. I mean, you breathe every day.
Yeah.
You breathe fashion every day because
Yeah.
it's the clothes that you wear.
Yeah.
I mean, and the process of creating clothes or anything that is fashion, requires technicalities in the same breath. Whether it's a shirt or a pair of shoes, or I feel that it's as equal as art. So maybe we should also start looking into fashion with a broader perspective,
Okay.
so that we can explore, discover more things that maybe needs to be unearthed or needs to be created.
Okay. Thank you so much, Liliana. Anything you'd like to share with our audience, with our viewers?
Come to our booth, guys.
Yeah,
Come check out the wearable arts
yeah.
and Dex and Dr. Crime stuff. Super cool too. So you'll
Okay.
see how they approach the shoe and applied their art to it.
Okay. You have
Yeah.
other exhibitions?
Right now I have an ongoing one in Finale Art File.
Which is
till-
in?
It's in La Fuerza on Chino Roses.
Okay, Chino
Here-
Roses, yes.
here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, it's until March 4.
Until March 4th. So everyone be there. But first, go to the art fair. When is the art fair?
Tomorrow.
Today?
February 16 to 18.
16 to
Okay,
18.
okay,
So
okay.
tomorrow until
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay. This is today. It starts today, the 16th.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So, Mike, any final?
Well, I just would like
Message?
to invite everyone to visit us in the art fair. We'll be located in the 4th level. of
And
the-
we'll look
of the
for
link. Yeah,
Lakat.
yeah. It says there Lakat Sustainable. Actually, it's near where the reception area is, where people will
that's
be
nice.
getting their tickets.
Yeah.
So, well, I think that's basically it. Everyone said already their piece, but for me, just come and visit. We appreciate the support because in the end, this will really help our local industries to develop and make them more sustainable. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So it has been a wonderful afternoon we just had, and thank you so much. This is Jojo Silvestre saying goodbye to all of you on behalf of my co-host, Dina Ventura. Maraming salamat po.